Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Hi, all you thought criminals, conspiracy theorists, and enemies of democracy. Welcome back. And those of you that are new, welcome. From the Daily Mail, Kevin McCarthy leads GOP fury at Mark Zuckerberg and demands he testify before Congress following his admission Facebook censored Hunter Biden's laptop story for 10 days in run-up to election after FBI Russian disinformation warning. Well, Kevin McCarthy, any of the old school Republicans showing some fury? Little advice. Hopefully not, Mr. Future Speaker. You need to grow a set of balls first. Maybe you ought to let some of the women in the Republican Party in the House of Representatives do it. They seem to have more balls than you guys do. A little bit of business first. Been getting notices from my subscribers that have been getting unsubscribed, and people that put a thumbs up like they've been disappearing. People have been getting unsubscribed. So check your subscription status and make sure any comments or any thumbs up you put in there does not get erased. Mark Zuckerberg admitted Facebook deliberately suppressed stories about Hunter Biden's laptop in 2020. Yeah. He changed the algorithm so the story would appear much farther down people's newsfeed on the site, i.e. shadow blanking. Facebook CEO said the FBI had warned him of potential Russian misinformation in a run-up to the election. Now, I'm going to try to be as, family friendly as I can. This is total, unadulterated bull. Simple as that. They saw, hey, the FBI says we should look out for the country. We know that's absolute, total 100% bull. Let's do it anyway. This is the Mark Zuckerberg guy, by the way, that gave hundreds of millions of dollars, come to find out unlawfully, to organizations to set up drop boxes all over the country, and especially in key swing states. So don't forget that. Basically, they were asked to do it. BS. Absolute nonsense. We'll see a little short video of Mr. Z on Joe Rogan. Comments sparked fury among Republicans saying the move may cost Donald Trump the election. May have. Mark Zuckerberg has sparked outrage with his bombshell revelation that Facebook deliberately used an algorithm to suppress stories. No. About Hunter Biden's laptop in 2020 before the November election after an intervention by the FBI. Now, I've seen multiple different polls and surveys after the election of 2020 that said 1 in 7 Biden voters, 1 in 7, if they knew about the Hunter Biden laptop, would not have voted for Biden. They didn't say they're going to vote for Trump, but they would not have voted for Biden. This, folks, is election interference, not just by Facebook, but by our own DOJ and FBI. That's what third world banana republics do. Republican politicians and voters have accused the FBI and Facebook of censorship, adding further questions about whether Americans should have been aware of the laptop before going to the polls. And, of course, partiality of the current FBI director, Chris Wray, who ordered the raid on the Mar-a-Lago estate this month. The GOP have torn into squashing of the story and have vowed to investigate Zuckerberg. Yeah, okay. You're going to grow a set? The FBI and Hunter, if they retake the majority of the House in the midterms. This isn't just insane, it's election interference. Of course it is. Of course it is. And this is Kevin McCarthy's tweet. The FBI colluded with big tech to silence news stories weeks before the 2020 election in an attempt to control your access to information. Now, the FBI was using the guys, well, we really dropped the ball and screwed up in 2016 on the Hillary Clinton emails. Right before the election, we said we're investigating. We found she was guilty as hell, but There was no harm intended, so I guess we're not going to enforce the law. She should have done better. Next, please. Well, Clinton said that cost her the election. It might have. It might have, but nobody made Hillary Clinton destroy all those emails and smash BlackBerries with hammers. Nobody made her do that or her people. Nobody made Ashley Biden leave her diary behind in a halfway house for somebody else to find. Nobody made Hunter Biden leave his laptop at a computer repair store in Delaware and then forgot about it. Imagine that. Somebody that's got a drug problem with memory issues and then left that laptop with all this crazy, insane stuff on it. So the person that owned the computer store couldn't collect his money, and he rightfully kept the laptop as his own. And, of course, it got out. Nobody made these people do any of this. Democrats in Congress have been intentionally ignoring the facts. Yeah, no kidding, really. Kevin, you know, I want to warm up to you, I really do, but you make it harder with your past history. Ted Cruz called it completely corrupt, plain and simple. Ron Johnson said we need whistleblowers to come forward to expose the truth. That I believe. Hold people accountable. We're going to see. Joe Biden is busy bribing the populace with his school debt money. In other words, what he's saying is you're only going to get $10,000 if you meet this certain criteria. But if the Democrats keep control of the House, we're going to make it into law. We're going to make it legal, I should say, and let the House of Representatives and the Senate vote for it, and we'll give you more money, just vote for us. These people suck so bad. 3 weeks before the election, the New York Post revealed the sordid contents of Hunter Biden's laptop. And the New York Post was barred on Facebook from posting anything. They were blocked out of Facebook and especially Twitter. They interfered in the election. The FBI, all the major social media companies, Twitter and Facebook especially, showing compromising photos of then presidential candidate Sutter and his questionable business dealings implicating his father. The huge cache of files, emails, and photos have been seen as a smoking gun that it would turn the tide in the election, but social media bosses of Facebook and Twitter minimize the story for unfounded fears it could be Russian disinformation. They knew it wasn't. And they didn't minimize the story on Twitter. They killed it. I'm trying to remember the statistic after the election. 17% they wouldn't have voted for Biden if they'd have known. But I believe it was 30% of the people that voted in the presidential election knew absolutely nothing about the Hunter Biden laptop. That should scare the hell out of people. So let's listen to Mr. Creepo here. That's what I call him. What he has to say.
The distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it. So you could still share it. You could still consume it.
So when you say the distribution is decreased,
it got shared.
How does that work?
It basically, the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less. So
a little bit less, huh?
Fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely.
By what percentage?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it.
Good question, Joe. What percentage? I don't know the top of my head. Yeah, like 99%. Lying sack of crap.
It's meaningful, but basically, a lot of people were still able to share it. We got a lot of complaints that was the case. Obviously this is a hyper political issue, so depending on what side of the political spectrum, you either think we didn't censor it enough or censored it way too much. But we weren't sort of as black and white about it as Twitter. We just kind of thought, hey, look, if the FBI would...
Oh, I see. So instead of screwing over people as badly as Twitter did, you screwed them over a little bit less, and you call yourself noble. You knew it wasn't Russian disinformation. Now, I haven't seen this interview. I hope Joe brought up the fact that he spent hundreds of millions of dollars of his own money setting up drop boxes all over swing states, but he tried to do what was right. What a total 100% crock of bull.
Which, I still view as a legitimate institution in this country. It's a very professional law enforcement. If they come to us and tell us that we need to be on guard about something, then I want to take that seriously.
Did they specifically say you need to be on guard about that story?
No, I don't remember if it was that specifically, but it basically.
I don't remember. Isn't that convenient? I don't remember. Something as important as this. I don't remember.
Fit the pattern.
Fit the pattern. Very nice. You lie. I don't remember this. I don't remember that. I don't remember the percent. I don't believe if they asked us directly. But we were concerned it was Russian disinformation, and you knew it wasn't. It's a chance to go against your political enemy, and you took it. This isn't just insane, it's election interference. The Oversight Committee must immediately invite Mark Zuckerberg. Is it worth sending him or subpoenaing him? You know, you're not going to ask him. Don't invite him. Make him come like you did the people that work for Trump. Is it worth doing this year with the Democrats in control? I don't know, maybe. Oh, there's a great picture. So when you say the distribution is decreased, how does that work? The ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less. Lie. That's a lie. It was incredibly less, so few people saw than otherwise. This guy's such a snake. Gives me the creeps. Did you specifically say to be on guard about that story? Rogan said, I don't remember if that was that specifically, but it basically fit the pattern. But Rogan pushed further, asking about the aftermath of pressing story, which turned out to be factual. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It turned out after the fact checkers looked into it, nobody was able to say it was false, right? So basically, it had this period where it was getting less distribution. What a crock of crap. So even if it was true, nobody could find out before the election. And if it wasn't true, nobody found out before the election. It probably sucks, though. I think in the same way you probably have to go through like a criminal trial with being proven innocent in the end sucks. Like it still sucks that you had to go through the criminal trial, but at the end you're free. Yeah, you're so full of crap. I'm going to just breeze down through the rest of this because the video will be too long. You can read the story if you want to. Yeah, look at this picture. Look at this moron. It's incredible to me. The FBI tampered with the help of social media. Not a big shock for them to admit it right out loud, though. And like I said, I'm scrolling through the article here just so if you want to stop and read it. The social media company was savaged after it was revealed that 87 million users' data was harvested through Cambridge Analytica. And go on and on about the crap. It's a pretty long story. But you get the gist of it. The FBI requested, and they gleefully went along. They gleefully said, oh boy, we hate Donald Trump. We necessarily like Joe Biden, but we hate Donald Trump's guts. We're going to look like patriots helping legitimate and righteous Department of Justice FBI agents. Absolute, total 100% bull. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.